In the vast sun-baked plains of Kansas, where the wheat fields surrender themselves to the sky, nestled the tranquil town of Hutchinson. Life unfolded at its own unhurried pace here, the town's rhythm harmonizing with the steady rustle of wheat stalks in the prairie breeze. At the heart of this rhythmic existence stood Sam Ballard, a beacon of quietude and steadfastness amid the unvarying ebb and flow. His silhouetted figure, middle-aged yet solid, hummed with a deep-set serenity, drawn from a wellspring of hard-fought battles with an internal tempest, his bipolar disorder. Beneath the placid surface, an undercurrent of curiosity tugged at his heart. The world knew Sam as a diligent journalist, a champion of truth, but he was in essence a listener, a collector of stories. One day, in the form of a simple, innocuous envelope, a new narrative was thrust upon him. It held a letter, one of many that had been mailed to the town's influential figures, soaked with fear and threat. The town murmured with the whispers of these letters, a ripple disturbing the placidity of Hutchinson. The whispers all seemed to echo one name, Old Man Crowley's antique shop. As the sun dipped low, staining the sky with a deep burnt orange, Sam found himself standing before the antique shop, an architectural relic as steeped in stories as the curiosities it housed. The faded sign, gently swaying in the wind, cast a long, cryptic shadow that seemed to lure him into the heart of this quiet mystery. Inside, a world of forgotten histories unfolded before him. Shadows draped over old armchairs and time-worn bookshelves, their edges softened by the dust of ages. Antique clocks whispered of hours long past, their ticks and tocks a chorus of timeless tales. "Ah, Mr. Ballard!" a brittle voice echoed from the gloom, drawing his attention. It was Old Man Crowley, his frail body dwarfed by the towering artifacts that cluttered the shop. His rheumy eyes sparkled with an otherworldly knowledge, a strange contrast to his otherwise feeble countenance. "What brings you here?" Crowley asked, a flicker of intrigue breaking through his carefully veiled reserve. "I reckon it's the same thing that's been bothering all of Hutchinson, Mr. Crowley," Sam replied, his gaze steady, a mirror to his determined spirit. Crowley regarded him quietly, before gesturing to join him deeper into the labyrinthine shop, the air thickening with anticipation. Sam couldn't help but feel a twinge of unease curl around his heart, a prelude to a symphony of revelations that was yet to unfurl. As Sam descended further into the heart of the antique shop, he was blind to the fact that he wasn't merely stepping further into a trove of bygone treasures. He was moving closer to the precipice of a cosmic abyss, one that would alter his life in Hutchinson irrevocably. Outside, dusk gradually gave way to the indigo embrace of the night, the quaint town oblivious to the unraveling mystery within the old shop, under the watchful gaze of the stars. In the belly of the antique shop, shadows danced in ancient ballet, lit by the spectral glow of a solitary lantern. Crowley guided Sam through the labyrinth of memories, a specter threading the corridors of time. Each artifact, each relic bore silent testament to distant epochs, weaving stories into the warp and weft of the universe. "Each object has a tale, Sam," Crowley began, his voice a rustling parchment unfurling secrets. "Each a fragment of a jigsaw puzzle painting the cosmos." His knotted fingers traced over a sundry of objects: a tarnished brass compass, a moth-eaten folio, a cracked china doll, each infused with a past life's whispers. Sam, attuned to the language of unspoken words, listened, not to the aged shopkeeper, but to the antique heartbeats thrumming beneath the patina of age and neglect. He was a diligent scribe of humanity, and these artifacts were but parchments chronicling existential mysteries. Among the silent orators, one caught his eye: a peculiar statuette, no bigger than a child's fist. A relic of a forgotten era bearing an otherworldly design, it pulsed with an enigmatic allure that belied its inanimate nature. "This," Crowley murmured, noticing his interest, "is older than you and I, older than Hutchinson, perhaps older than the earth itself. It's an idol, they say, of a species not from this world." His eyes, clouded with antiquity, mirrored the ethereal glow of the statuette. Sam's curiosity, a flame stoked by the unfolding mystery, blazed into a bonfire. He turned the statuette over in his hands, his fingers tracing the alien contours, his mind teetering on the cusp of awe and trepidation. His days were spent investigating. His nights were punctuated by dreams of celestial landscapes and spectral entities. The statuette, an alien seed sown in his consciousness, grew into a labyrinth of dreams where reality felt frayed at the edges. Dreams not born of his mind, but seemingly beamed from distant starlight. However, as the days bled into one another, his private fascination took a sinister turn. The boundaries of his bipolar disorder, once painstakingly mapped, started to blur. His highs rose into the cosmic abyss, his lows plunged into alien despair. He felt his sanity strained under the weight of the inexplicable. As he delved deeper into the cryptic saga, the townsfolk, once allies, now turned aloof. Their eyes, once warm with familiarity, now reflected an unsettling blend of fear and mistrust. Once the seeker of truth, he now stood a stranger in his own town, caught between the swirling mists of an unfolding cosmic enigma and his own ebbing sanity. The town of Hutchinson, once a cradle of bucolic calm, now hummed with an unspoken dread. Behind its facade of tranquility, beneath its azure skies and golden fields, an ominous undercurrent coursed, infecting the town's lifeblood. The heart of this unease lay nestled within the dusty innards of Crowley's antique shop, pulsating through the ancient statuette Sam Ballard held. Days bled into eerie nights, and his world spiraled into a vortex of chaos and cosmic revelation. His sleep was hijacked by vivid dreams of alien landscapes blooming in his subconscious, mirroring the ethereal design of the alien statuette. And when awake, his reality stretched thin, occasionally ripping to reveal terrifying visions of ordinary objects, distorting into alien artifacts and familiar faces blurring into outlandish figures. A terrifying thought took root in his mind. Was he losing grip on his sanity, or were these visions the emissaries from an abyss far beyond human understanding? His investigations led him down a convoluted path. The fragments of Crowley's tales, the unsettling patterns in the antique shop's records, and his own research culminated into an appalling revelation. The statuette was a sacred idol of a supposed alien species. A species extinct, perhaps in the physical realm, but existing, teetering on the brink of the observable universe, reaching out through an inanimate piece of cosmic history. Hutchinson's residence, once a community woven tightly by shared history, now unraveled. Fear-stricken faces turned from Sam, their gazes heavy with dread, their souls echoing his internal turmoil. Their once comforting presence morphed into a haunting chorus of fear and mistrust. The town, no longer a haven but a nightmarish realm, stood as a backdrop against which the cosmic horror unfolded. Yet amid the shattering of the world he knew, Sam found an odd sense of solace. The alien entity, initially an intruder, slowly weaved itself into the fabric of his consciousness. The bipolar disorder that once made him feel like an outsider in his own mind now bridged the chasm between his human existence and the alien consciousness. He stood alone, his silhouette against the crimson sunset. He carried the weight of an unearthly secret, the knowledge of an alien species' existence, buried in the heart of a small Kansas town. His once familiar world now stood alien, his reality interlaced with cosmic dread. Hutchinson, veiled under the darkness of the impending night, lied on the threshold of an abyss with him teetering on its edge, caught between the revelations of the past and the uncertain looming future. Under the pallid veil of dawn, Sam found himself at a crossroads, his spirit torn between revealing the horrifying truth and preserving the town's sanity. He was a captive audience to the alien consciousness, the emissary from the abyss, now an intimate part of his mental tapestry. The knowledge he bore was not just a whisper from across the cosmos, but a deafening roar that threatened to consume the tranquility of Hutchinson. He was the unwitting custodian of an alien relic, a conduit for a voice that reverberated with cosmic antiquity. As he tread the familiar streets of Hutchinson, he saw not the humble Kansas town he had known, but a shadowed plain drenched in celestial dread. The faces that once greeted him warmly now recoiled in muted fear, mirroring the dread that dwelt within him. His bipolar disorder, once an adversary, now became a strange ally. Its waves now synced with the alien frequency, facilitating a communion beyond human comprehension. He stood on the precipice of an abyss, not of despair, but of unimaginable truth. It was a truth too heavy for the town to bear, a truth too vast for his world to contain. And so he made his choice. He chose silence. He chose to bear the burden of this horrifying revelation, to shoulder the weight of a cosmic secret. He decided to wrap Hutchinson in the comforting blanket of ignorance, protecting it from the chill of cosmic terror. With a heavy heart, he bade farewell to Old Man Crowley, the fragile harbinger of his fate, the gatekeeper of the cosmic abyss. Crowley's eyes, mirrors to an ageless wisdom, held an understanding that required no words. Sam Ballard, the once ardent seeker of truth, was now its silent guardian. As he drove away from Hutchinson, its familiar silhouette receding into the horizon, he carried with him the echo of the alien consciousness. The town he left behind was no longer the one he knew. It was a canvas upon which an unseen cosmic horror was etched. The rearview mirror of his car captured the dwindling silhouette of Hutchinson, now forever a shadowed plane under an unsuspecting sky. His journey, though far from over, will find him forever adrift between the realm of human understanding and the boundless abyss of cosmic horror. In the grand tapestry of the universe, Sam Ballard was but a lone thread, intertwined with the infinite, pulsating with the rhythm of an unseen, terrifying melody. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed our content, show your support with a like and subscribe, and stay notified by hitting the bell icon. Expect more cosmic horror from Eldritch Tales Factory, and feel free to explore our other stories. See you in the next video.